Hello, I am David Steinberg, a Disney producer and an author of children's books. And you are on with Taped with Rabbi Doug.
We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug. We're gonna see Rabbi Doug on your TV tonight. But Daddy, I want to watch Monday Night Football.
Forget about Monday Night Football. There's no other thing we're going to watch on Monday but Rabbi Doug.
Yeah, Rabbi Doug on TV tonight. We're going to see Rabbi Doug. Oh, everybody talk about Doug.
Shalom and welcome to Taped with Rabbi Doug. We're here in Skokie, Illinois at Old Orchard Shopping Center at the book signing of the brand new release of Club Pet and Other Funny Poems by our returning guest and good friend, Mr. David Steinberg. David, last time we were together on the show, we were in Los Angeles, California, and right now I'm here in Chicago, Illinois with you. So we keep visiting each other across the country. And last time we were together, we took a look at Grasshopper Pie, your first book, at The Monster Ball, your second book, and we took a look at the proof. What was that called? The cover proof for Club Pet and Other Funny Poems. And here it is, an actual book on the market, and people are reading it. And here it is, Club Pet and Other Funny Poems. And you read us a story from the proof, and you're just going everywhere with these books. So could you believe that something so exciting would take place here in Chicago? Hundreds of people show up to see David Steinberg and hear you tell stories, and I decided to wear a tie to match the theme of your stories, and it's just amazing. What's next? You have something coming out Thanksgiving time, right?
I do. There's a book called The Turkey Ball.
The Turkey Ball, and we kind of saw a picture from that when you were on last time. What's happening in Disney Studios with David Steinberg these days?
Well, right now I'm hard at work on a movie that's going to come out in the fall of 2006 called A Day with Wilbur Robinson. Might have a different title by then. We'll see. But it's a great, funny, heartwarming, animated, all CG, computer graphic animated film. And I highly recommend it already, even though we still have to finish it first.
Great. With Club Pet now being on the market, you have now been going around and touring like you did here in Chicago, signing books and talking about the book. Is that right?
Yes, I've been hitting the bookstore circuit in Los Angeles, and now that I was here for the week of Passover in Chicago, I wanted to be able to do something for my friends and family here as well. So I've been busy. I've been very busy.
It's just amazing what kind of crowd show up here in Old Orchard Shopping Center to see David Steinberg all the way from Los Angeles. Former classmates of yours, former neighbors of yours, former friends of yours, and people you grew up with. And it's just amazing. And I want to thank you for being here in Chicago. And we'll be back in a minute with David Steinberg.
My real dream is to be on cable access.
Really? Well, you are right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug.
Oh, Rabbi!
I want to be on Rabbi Doug.
Going to be shocked and amazed. What? Oh, no. I'm sorry, a common misunderstanding. You think this is a box of matzah. No, you know it's not a box of matzah, right? Okay. What? No. Okay, who wants to peek inside? Okay, just sit where you are, I'll show you. Be careful. You see? There's a monster in the box.
Why is there? There's
What? Oh, you know, another common misconception. You think that this is matzah. No, it's a hat. No, it's a hat. I'm sorry. No. Oh, I know. No, it's actually, you ready? It's a frisbee. Oh, thank you. No? Oh, hold on. I know. It's... No, it's not matzah. It's juggling cubes, right? Okay, I need some music. No, I just need some music. Okay, sorry, I'm not a very good juggler. No, oh, wait a minute. No, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's super matzah! That's what it is. Come to save Passover. Wait a minute. You guys don't know. Excuse me? What are you talking about? This is super matzah. Have you never heard of super matzah? Wait a minute. Okay, show of hands. Who here has never heard of super matzah? You've never heard? John, you've never heard of super matzah?
You taped a napkin to the back of it.
Now, certainly, you've heard of his nemesis, the evil Mr. Chametz. Right? You have it? Wait a minute. Excuse me. What do they teach at the day schools in Chicago? Because this is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. Okay, guys. I would tell you. Yeah, I would tell you the story. I would tell you the story of super matzah, but I know it's too scary for you guys. You want to hear? Are you sure? Are you sure? Even though there's the evil Mr. Chametz in it? It won't be too scary. Will you guys help me? Okay, anybody who wants to help me has to come sit on the plastic. Okay, you guys want to come sit on the plastic? Okay, and take one little handful of this stuff. Don't do anything with it. Wait, I'm going to come around to everybody. Don't.
I suppose that means we can't eat it.
Don't eat it. Because, okay, now here's the deal, okay? When you can't eat it. Wait, here, take some, Noah. Go on, take some. Okay, hold on, we're coming over there. There's enough for everybody, I promise. There's a lot of matzah to go around. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Wait for instructions. I want to take this moment. There's a Seder plate there. Oh, almost.
Where's the Seder plate?
Well, it looks a little like one. Did you get? Did everybody get? Who here did not get matzah? Who wants matzah? Do you want? Now you have to come over onto the plastic, though. You have to come over onto the plastic, or I'll be here all night vacuuming the store. Ellen Halpert, how are you? I want to thank everybody who's here for coming. It's so nice to see old friends and family, and
I've never seen you though.
you know what? I think you're my Uncle Joe. Yes, I remember you from the old country. No? Okay.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American. I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am
An American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am American.
I am America.
I'm an American.
I'm an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, and you're watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
When you hear the word kablooey, in the story, no, Uncle Joe, how many times have we talked to you about your manners? Okay, so when we say the word kablooey in the story, you're gonna throw it up in the air as high as you can, okay? But only when you hear that word, okay? You ready for the story of super matzah? Sit down. Everybody sit down. I can't tell the story. Yeah, I can't tell the story till we're sitting down and quiet. It was a week before Passover. And the matzah factory in town was going full tilt boogie. Oh my gosh, it was making so many matzahs a minute you wouldn't believe it. It was on autopilot. All they had to do was press a button in the factory and all of the, how do they make it? All the bubble gum would come down one side, the Play-Doh would come down the other. No, wait, how do you make matzah? You put it in the shop. Is it made out of bubble gum and Play-Doh?
No.
What's it made out of? He said flour and water. Very good. So the flour was coming on one chute and the water was coming down another chute, and the machine mixed it together and turned it into matzah paste and then squirted it out onto a conveyor belt, and a big fork machine made holes in it, and it got baked and it got sent off into boxes and out to all the people. Well, in the middle of the night, it was just past midnight. Shh, that's right, 1 week before Passover, when kablooey! Ah! It was a giant explosion at the matzah factory! Thank you. Okay, I will never be invited back to Barnes & Noble. Nice knowing you all. So, it was a giant explosion at the matzah factory. It was terrible. Okay. Sit down. And the last matzah that was going through the assembly line, just at that moment, sit down. The last matzah that was going through some kind of mysterious process of farfel fission and farfel nuggin, turned into super matzah. Have you ever seen a matzah like this? Have you ever seen a matzah that can wave like this? Yeah? I don't know. It was some kind of miracle. I don't know. So super matzah landed out in the middle of the dark street after this terrible disaster, and there in the corner, in the shadows of the street, guess who was laughing an evil laugh? Who could help me laugh a really evil laugh? Adults, you can help me too. It's okay. Come on, Brent. I know you can. So now it was the evil Mr. Chametz. Hi, Nate. It was the evil Mr. Chametz. And he was laughing and saying to himself, ha, now those Jews won't be able to get rid of us breads for 8 days. Now they'll have to keep us in the house because their matzahs are all gone. And Super Matzah realized that terrible Mr. Chametz was the one who had blown up the matzah factory. Yes, it was terrible. That's right. Don't cry, okay? It's gonna be okay. No, it was terrible. So Super Matzah said, stop! In the name of all that's holy and unleavened, you must stop this at once. And he tried chasing after Mr. Chametz, but when Mr. Chametz saw this weird matzah with a cape, he jumped into his bread truck and drove around the corner, vroom, and drove away. Well, meanwhile, thank you, Noah. Meanwhile, across town, when the Jews heard about this terrible, terrible news, do you think they were happy? Do you think they were sad? Do you think they cried? Yeah, just like that. It was so sad. You know why? Because Passover was coming and they weren't going to have any matzahs, and especially there was one boy named Jeffrey Finkelstein. Anybody know Jeffrey Finkelstein? You do? Yeah, he's a good boy. Yes. So there was one boy named Jeffrey Finkelstein, and he was especially sad. You do? Yes. So Jeffrey Finkelstein said to his parents, Mommy, Daddy, I'm going out to look for a matzah because I want to have Passover this year and we need some matzah. So he went out to go look for matzah across town. Remember that part. This is called cross-cutting, okay? Now, meanwhile, back at the scene of the crime, Super Matzah. Did I mention he was able to fly? He was. He could fly, of course, because he's Super Matzah. He started flying across town looking for that evil Mr. Chametz. And the good thing, when you're a bad bread, do you know what happens? Anywhere you go, you leave breadcrumbs behind. So all he had to do was follow the trail of breadcrumbs across the streets. He followed the trail of breadcrumbs. Yeah, what's that?
We're not bread.
Yeah, oh, well, yes. Uncle Joe, please sit down. Control yourself. Uncle Joe. Yes, so So he had to follow the trail of breadcrumbs all the way to the outskirts of town to a little dark old shack, a scary old shack by the side of town. And there in the window, he heard a whole bunch of voices. Wait, laughing an evil laugh. Listen to an evil laugh. Thank you, my evil laughers. Yes, that plastic I brought did a lot of good. And so those evil laughers, when he looked, hey, do you know what? When Super Matzah looked in the window, do you know what he saw? He saw not only Mr. Chametz, he saw Mr. Chametz with a whole bunch of bad breads. There were sour sourdoughs, and rotten ryes, and pumpernickels, and even moldy muffins. That's right. Have you ever seen so many bad breads in one room? No, it's terrible. And Mr. Chametz was talking to them all, saying, now that we've done phase 1, it's time for phase 2. Now we will make sure that there are breads in everybody's houses. Ha 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 ha! Ho ho! Now Super Matzah, thank you, that's right. As the Super Matzah was about to jump in the window and stop him, when suddenly a hand grabbed him. Do you know whose hand it was? Remember that kid who met Jeffrey Finkelstein? Jeffrey Finkelstein said, I found a matzah! And he stuffed Super Matzah in a box and took him home and put him on a shelf, waiting for Passover. Uh-oh, that's not good, is that? Because meanwhile, Super Matzah was stuck in a shelf and he knew that some terrible stuff was going on. But he couldn't do anything about it because he was trapped in a box, in a cabinet. Now that night, hey, wait, I gotta ask something. Who knows? What did we do the night before Passover? Excuse me, you. What did we do? Yeah, what did we do?
We always do something with your feet.
Right, and what did we do the night before? What's B'dikat Chametz? Does anybody know?
Yes.
Wait.
Looking for the chametz.
You have to look for the chametz, look for all the bread, and then burn it the next morning, right? So okay, I got it. I got my answers. Wait, I'll have more questions in a minute. No. So all the people around town were searching for chametz, and no matter how many pieces of chametz they found, every time they turned around, there was more and more and more. Everywhere they looked, when Daddy Finkelstein found one piece of bread and scooped it onto his plate, he turned around, there were 5 more pieces of bread. And he turned around, there was 25 more until the whole house was filled with bread. And all across town, you could hear people going, ah! Can you do that? Yeah, that's right, they were shrieking, it was terrible. Yes, so guess what? Super Matzah knew there was trouble, so he would... Huh? Yes, and thank you. So Super Matzah pushed his way out of the box. It took him hours, but he did it because he was strong. And he pushed his way out of the cabinet. By this time, the sun was almost coming up the next morning. Yes, and Super Matzah followed the trail of breadcrumbs which are still coming into the house. Are you with me, people? Are you following this very complex story? Are you with me? Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Doug. So Super Matzah followed the breadcrumbs up to the rooftop, and there on the rooftop, guess who he saw? He saw a bad bread, and the bad bread was laughing his evil laugh, going, ha 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 ha, and he was dropping breadcrumbs down the chimney into the house, down all the vents in the chimney. Did I mention? Thank you, Noah. Did I mention that Super Matzah knew jujitsu? Get it, jujitsu? So thank you for the sympathy laugh. So Super Matzah went pow, kapow, kablooey. Oh, this is the violent part, right? Okay, pow, bam, kablooey. Thank you. I knew you were waiting for that. And he knocked that bad bread silly off the roof of the house. And then he jumped from rooftop to rooftop, and every rooftop across town there were bad breads doing the same thing. And he went pow, bam, kabam, kablooey. Thank you. Until he got rid of all the bad breads except. Thank you. And there on the roof of the tallest building in town, The synagogue building was Mr. Chametz, and he was dropping breadcrumbs into the synagogue. So guess what? Super Matzah jumped up onto the roof of the synagogue and had a big fight. Are you ready for this really violent fight? Okay, watch this. Pow! Bam! Is this too violent? I'm sorry, is this too violent? This show is rated. Excuse me.
Rated PG-13.
Excuse me. Do you know jujitsu?
Rated numbers.
Okay, come up here. Come up here. You're gonna demonstrate. So first, Super Matzah went kapow. Go and show us kapow. Thank you. Okay, but then Mr. Chametz went kabam. Okay, got it? You following us? And then Super Matzah went kaboom. And then Mr. Chametz went hiya chop. Okay, thank you. And then you can sit down now. Very good. And then Super Matzah had an idea. He said, "Nya, nya, 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 you can't get me." And Mr. Chametz came charging at him, thinking, "I'm gonna get that guy. I'm gonna knock him right off the roof." And he came charging. Ah! And just at the last minute, guess what Super Matzah did? Ah! Doing! He jumped up, and Mr. Chametz couldn't stop himself, and he went right off the edge of the roof. What do you do the morning after you collect the chametz? What do?
You burn it. I don't know. You burn it.
You burn it. So all the people, thank you, you guys, kids are so smart. So all the people at the synagogue were burning their chametz down below in a big fire with a big grill. And guess where Mr. Chametz fell? He got turned into toast. That's right. Yes. Okay, my son, the troublemaker, has a very good question. How does he come back for the sequel? But that you'll have to wait for next year to find out. But there is a sequel. So, Super Matzah had won the day, but across town he heard crying. Crying, crying, crying. And he went over, thank you, and he saw that Jeffrey Finkelstein was crying there on the front steps of his house. Can you still hear me? Jeffrey Finkelstein was crying on the front steps of his house because guess why? There's still no matzah. There's still no matzah now for Passover. Excuse me. Okay, wait, I'm going to tell you though. Super Matzah sat down beside him and said, "Excuse me, Jeffrey Finkelstein, why are you crying?" And Jeffrey Finkelstein said, "Because there's no matzah still for Passover." And then he looked over and he said, "And why are you a talking matzah? Why are you talking?" He said, "Yes, I am a talking matzah. My name is Super Matzah, and together we can save the day. Tell me, Jeffrey Finkelstein, where can we find more matzah?" And Jeffrey Finkelstein thought, he said, "You know what? In Skokie, there's a little town called Skokie. In fact, I believe it's a village. I believe it's the largest village in the world. In the little village, is that right? In the little village of Skokie, there are some very nice Jews, and they could probably give some extra matzah to the cause." And so Super Matzah said, "Grab onto my cape." And he and Jeffrey Finkelstein went flying off to the town of Skokie, where all the boys and girls there brought out all of their extra matzahs, gave them to them. They came back to their town just in time for Passover. Thank you, Noah. And then they said kablooey for no reason at all. Yeah, kablooey. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And that Passover, oh my goodness, that matzah tasted so good that year because they almost had none. And all the people in town had the best Passover ever. And you know who the happiest people in town were? Jeffrey Finkelstein and his little pet matzah, Super Matzah, who knew that they had saved Passover. Thank you very much. Kablooey, thank you.
Maria?
Yeah?
Some things on TV scare Elmo.
If some things on TV make you or you feel sad or scared, tell a grown-up that's close to you.
Like you, Maria.
Yes, like me.
Hi, this is Gorf, Jordan B. Gorfinkel. Gorf is frog backwards, and now you won't forget it. And you are watching Taped with Rabbi Doug.
What a great story. Did you write that whole Matzah Man thing?
Super Matzah how did that even start? I think I did some storytelling several years ago for the Jewish Library in Los Angeles. And I was just trying to think of some wacky story to tell. So in some odd dream, the idea of super matzah came to me, and I dressed up a matzah to look like a super matzah and made up a story to go with it. I even have the sequel now, so someday maybe I'll publish that as a book. But for now, I just take it on the road.
That would be so cool. Well, I just can't thank you enough. I know that you've got to go because they're making you vacuum the whole bookstore from the matzah mill, all kablooey all over the place. But I want to thank you again, David Steinberg from Los Angeles, California, visiting Chicago with his new book, Club Pet and Other Funny Poems, and his other books, The Monster Mall and Other Spooky Poems, and Grasshopper Pie and Other Poems. And we hope to hear a lot more poetry from David Steinberg. We can't wait for his new movie, which is called, once again,
A Day with Wilbur Robinson,
or
something like that.
Or something like that. And we want to thank you all for being with us here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Remember, if you want any more information about our guests, or you want to email us, info@tvrabbi.com, or check out our website and sign our guest book, www.tvrabbi.com. Thanks again, David Steinberg.
Thank you, Rabbi
Thank
Doug.
all of you, and hope to see you next time right here on Taped with Rabbi Doug. Chag Sameach and Shalom.
We have to charge
Hi.
Hey, Neely. You didn't see yourself on TV. You're on.
I am?
My life is flashing before my eyes. I think, yes, this is what they talk about. Your life flashing before. I see people from all ages of my life here. And I want to especially thank my mommy and my daddy. Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy? I know he's here somewhere. Oh, there he is. And my sisters, Alana and Sari. And my children. And my wife. Wait, where's Neely? Oh, there's Neely. And Neely. And Daniel. I don't know where Daniel and Micah and Noah are. Noah's right here. We got one. We got Micah. Yay, because here's Daniel. Can I say, and there's Willie. I thank Willie for everything. He taught me everything I know today. Now, I gotta say that these books are truly a gift for my children. I didn't start writing children's books till I had children, and this is a gift from them, so I have them to thank. Thank you. All right, thanks everybody.
These are the 5 chumashim, the 5 sefarim. Bereshit, Shemos, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Devarim.
This has been a tape with Rabbi Doug Production.